Hey, what Ace Beast, welcome back to my channel. My name is ScottyAllenDay. So welcome week 14 at the gym. I have logged my workouts and nutrition for a very long time, and when I have done my gym cycle. The first time I did manual logs, and they were great motivation. However, they lacked the information that people would use to further their fitness goals. So there was not enough information when you manually write them all down. And a lot of people I do see still just manually write them down. I have used many apps, and I prefer the Lucid app. Its interface is user-friendly, and for the free version, it gives you enough information to continue whatever journey you wish to take. And well, I tried Fitbit, but it just doesn't feel right to me. But somehow it works for other people. So whatever works for you is whatever works for you is what should keep you motivated. Workout logs, workout journals, workout diaries work very, very well for me. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the electronic workout logs, just to kind of re-educate myself and re-motivate myself, as well as be able to educate and hopefully motivate you, the viewer, and kind of educate you a little bit about, well, how do I do the logs? So we're going to take a quick look at my notes and make sure that I'm right on par, because I got off my beaten path. And so its interface is user-friendly, and to continue, and for the free version, it gives you enough information to continue whatever journey that you wish to take. And I would basically say my fitness journey in life has been a roller coaster one. And I would lose weight, I would gain it back, I would lose weight, I would gain more back, I would lose weight, kind of like a ping pong table. Everyone knows the drill. And as I age, I realize that, I need a more permanent solution to my weight. And at the beginning of this journey, I tried to do a logless or journal-less fitness journey, only to realize I wasn't challenging myself enough. So I wasn't physically seeing my progress. So I said, okay, well, I'll just keep on going. And now that I'm at about week 14, I should be making a lot of progress, but I'm not. And that's because I'm not logging my fitness goals. And, well, now I'm back to logging my fitness goals. So as I restarted to my logging to rebuild my self-challenges, I noticed that I was logging my information wrong. So once I finished fixing my logs, I thought it would be a great time to talk about this in a video, and to those that want to learn more about logging fitness and nutrition to help further their goals. So in honor of week 14, I will explain logs and to both re-educate me and probably to teach those that are new or still can't figure out workout, nutrition logging, journaling, that sort of thing. You heard my dog. I would recommend finding an app to create your daily logs, and in my case, I use Lucid. Again, I'll link it in the description below. And basically, when you first log into the app, it'll ask you some basic questions. Yeah, there are a little bit of personal questions, but they need that to be able to help you out. And this will give you your calorie goal. Just keep in mind that this calorie goal is just for the eating part, and your main goal is to keep the calorie count below the goal. This is where the workouts come in. So in my case, I have a 2,200 calorie goal, and if I eat 2,500 calories in a workout, my calories should be below, and I work out, my calorie goal should be below 2,000. Now, if I put the time into the gym. Now, that's the end of my notes right here. I have a couple little pointers that I'm going to talk about a little bit. So basically, when you first start off, and it gives you a calorie goal based on your weight and your height, male, female, your age, and it gives you a calorie goal. Because it just basically goes off of what, you know, your normal average person. If you're not an average person, and it's a normal person that has never worked out before, and a normal person that's never used an app before, a person that's just first stepping into the gym. So basically what you want to do is you put it all in, and well, Luza tells me 2328, and that's my calorie goal for the day. So I kind of round it up to, I'm gonna round it back. I never round up, I round back, and that's to 2200. But my personal goal is to be below 2000. Now the main reason is when you see that 2000 calorie mark, and at the end of the week it's going to tell you how many calories you consumed in that week, and how many calories you are below your calorie goal. Now on average, between 2000 to 3000 calories equals 1 pound of weight. So if you've burned 10,000 calories in a week, you should have taken off 5 pounds. Now, don't want to starve yourself to death. It's gonna just do the opposite effects for your body. The main goal is to eat to your calorie count, which I'll explain that in just a little bit. Eat to your calorie count and then work it back. Now, my main goal back in the day was, okay, I'm going to eat to my calorie count. I'm going to go to 2,000. I'm going to plan to 2,000. I'm going to plan to 2,200, but I want to work back 800 calories a day. So I'm going to be 1,500 calories after my workouts are done. Now, that is, in fact, is, okay, well, it's going to be 5 times 7. That's going to be 3,500. I should lose about an average of 1 to 2 pounds a week, which is good. And then once in a while, you're going to hit that really good, solid week. Because you've been doing so well, you're going to get a 5 pound, you're going to get an 8 pound, you're going to get a 7 pound. You're going to get these big drops just because your body is trying to keep up. Because of the fact that you're working out, you're building muscle, and you're cutting, and you're watching, and you're maintaining your calorie counts. But there's another little Easter egg with that calorie count to be able to help further bring that weight down or bulk yourself up. So the first part of that in there is going to be, it's going to say exercise, and it's going to show you different workouts. And it's going to show everything from playing pool to basically running, which is basically running is the pretty much, our circuit training is the higher calorie burns per hour. And I call it a BPH, in my opinion. So to be a burn per hour. Playing pool, you have a burn per hour of like maybe about 100 calories an hour. Not too bad. It's a very relaxed exercise. And then you have your circuit training, your treadmill, that sort of thing. Now on there, when you log your exercise and it says, I'm going to use treadmill for example, you're going to put treadmill, you're going to put your how long you did the treadmill. In my case, I do it a half an hour, and then it's going to say your intensity. So your intensity will probably be, I can't quite remember, and let me take a quick look at my phone. I could be able to pick that up here in just a minute. But the main thing is while I'm trying to get it up, the main part of it is every time you go and work out, every time that you go out and you do a walk for more than 15 minutes, you want to log it. The main reason is because, it's great, but I'm doing a video that says cooking an update. And I just wanted one piece of information out of here. But like I said, there's 3 different levels of intensity. And I can't look it up right now to be able to give you the exact term, but basically it'll be standard, moderate, and vigorous. Standard is like you're playing a game of pool. You're walking around a pool table, you're at a resting rate. Yard work, you're at moderate. If you're mowing the lawn, that's moderate. You're breaking a little bit of a sweat, but if you're mowing a lawn for an hour, you get into vigorous. because of the length that you're doing it. You're breaking a sweat, your heart rate's going up, your shortness of breath. All three of those signal that you're into vigorous mode. Now, once you get into vigorous mode, when you're doing a treadmill and you go to 20 minutes and let's say you're doing 2 miles an hour on the treadmill and you go to 40 minutes on the treadmill. Now you're going from moderate to borderline vigorous because you're breaking a sweat, a little bit of shortness of breath, even though you're not walking that fast, but you're going the distance. so you're breaking off. Now there's 3 different levels of vigorous, but it doesn't show it on the app. 3 different levels of vigorous is number 1 is going to be fat burn. Your heart rate is up to basically where your target is for your age. My target for my age is about 115. For a younger adult, it's going to be at about 135. And that's borderline. So you're going to start off with your fat burn, and then you got like about 15 beats per minute, and then you're going to go into I believe it says athletic, and then full-blown cardio after about 20 more beats a minute. But you don't log that. That's all depends on whatever your athletic skill is. And just the higher the heart rate, the longer it takes for the heart rate to come back down after you finished. I mean, you can go and sit on the sofa for half an hour, and you're still going to be running your heart rate. That's why they say after you're running a marathon, you need to at least walk a half a mile. It helps bring your heart rate from that elevated position. Even if you're walking a marathon, it's still bringing your heart rate from that walking position back down to a fat burn level, and then you recover. So that explains that. Just remember, when you're logging your workouts, just if you go for a 15-minute walk, log that. If you go for a half an hour walk, log that. If you go for a 10-minute walk, don't worry about it. If you go play pool for 15 minutes, don't worry about it. Just make that money in the bank. So, and normally when I do treadmill, that last 5-minute cool down, I don't log it. That's money in the bank. And what I'm talking about money in the bank is just in case you're not quite where you need to be able to meet that calorie goal visually, you already know mentally you're somewhere close to it. Okay, we've already talked about intensity, we've talked about different types of workouts. Now we're going to talk about logging food correctly. So there on the Lose It app, it's going to say food, and then you can be able to scan the barcode on just about anything. You can even scan a barcode on a bottle of vitamins, and it'll bring up your calorie count. You can scan your protein powder, it'll bring up your calorie count. And then it'll ask you what your portion size is. Always log just a little bit more than what your normal portion size is. If you eat oatmeal, make sure that you put the right type of oatmeal in, because it's going to affect the most important piece of this Log It and Lose It app, which is the fact that it's going to give you your macros. And I'll explain that in just a minute. So if you eat oatmeal, make sure that you're saying, well, I'm eating apples and cinnamon oatmeal versus steel cut oatmeal. It's a whole different ballgame with protein, a whole different ballgame with carbohydrates, a whole different ballgame with calories. If you go to Subway, it lists everything individually. Subway, I believe it'll show 1 serving, 2 servings, 3 servings, 4 servings. If you have a foot long, that's 2 servings. If you have 1 serving, it's a 6-inch. Make sure you log everything correctly. All the vegetables, everything that you put onto it, all your sausage that you put onto it, log it individually. It'll give you a totally different calorie count, totally different macro count. If you just put the standard sandwich in, it's not adding all your extras that you put into it. It's not adding what you put onto it. If you go to a deli and pick up a sandwich, make sure you log what you're supposed to, normally what you do. A lot of times when I go and buy a tuna sandwich from, let's say, Kroger, I'll make sure I scan the package. But if I buy a tuna sandwich from 7-Eleven, I'll scan it. If I make it at home, well, I'll make sure that I list everything that I do, because I use olive oil mayo in my tuna instead of regular generic mayo. So make sure everything is logged, how you put, how you put it all together, and it'll make a huge difference in your macro count. Your macro counts are going to show protein, carbohydrates, and fats. The big three. Your fats is going to also include your sugars, and your carbohydrates are going to show your sugars. And I believe the app will show you how much sugar intake you're taking in per day. Now that's all really important, because if you take your protein and your carbohydrates and try and get your proteins above your carbohydrates and keep your fats down to about 20 to 15%, you're going to do that's like, in my opinion, that is the holy grail. If I can get like 45% proteins, 35% carbohydrates, and 20% proteins, that's like the holy grail for me. I mean, it's no holds bar. I can be able to take my weight off. So that's the video for today. I hope you enjoy it. That's the huge nucleus of of logging. If you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section below. If you have any comments about it, please drop it in the comment section below. What kind of an app do you use? Let me know. Drop it in the comment section below. Please share it with your friends. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe. I'm working on new videos and brand new content every day. I'm trying to build myself up. And I hope to see you in my next video. Till next time, keep on walking.